Hi, it's me again with Corel Draw Tips and Tricks, and somebody sent me this file and said they can't get rid of their left click, right click doesn't work. Well, it doesn't work because it's not a vector, it's a bitmap, and not only is it a bitmap, it's a CMYK bitmap. This thing would trace, but you'd spend a lot more time correcting it. These aren't perfect. It does trace, and that would be the easiest route. But if you're going to make, this person's making some earrings, this would be very, very easy to do. We're going to start with P, put it in the center of the page. We're going to get the ellipse tool, and we're going to draw a circle and hit P, put it in the center of the page. We are going to hold down the shift button and grow that circle from the inside to the other one. Control D and make a duplicate. Hold down the shift key and move it to the outer edge. Now we could do several things to figure out how big this line needs to be, but we could do this. So 0.06 of a rectangle. We're going to draw a line, basically a rectangle, and we're going to make it 0.06 wide. Of course, I had my ratio locked, so if you unlock it, 0.06. Now, I don't care about the length right now. We're going to hit P, put it in the center of the page. We're going to go ahead and round the corners of this rectangle. We're going to go 0.2, and it rounded the corners perfectly. So now we need to move this rectangle to one of the tops of this drawing, and then take your pointer when you get to a 2-point line, drag it down to there. Now we need to Control D and make a duplicate of it and move it over, holding down the control button till it gets about even there. And then Control D and it'll put another one there. Now we don't really know that distance, so we're gonna go Control D and just move it, holding down the control button and getting them equal. There's a lot of ways you could do things. Now this thing is 6.09, or 1.6, we're gonna make it 1.3. See what happens. That's almost the correct size. We're gonna make this one 1.3, and we're almost done. Now they're not perfectly spaced, and there's a lot of ways you could do it mathematically or even with the blend tool. But we're not going to go there on this video. Now I'm going to set my nudge factor on 2 inches. I'm going to nudge our drawing out of the way. I'm going to hold down the Alt key and select just our bars. I'm going to Control G and group them together. And then I'm going to Control D and duplicate them. And then I'm going to rotate them 90 degrees. Now what I'm going to do is take out this inner circle, because this is the easiest way to do it, and just nudge the inner circle out of the way. I'm going to select the whole thing and weld it. And now I'm going to take the inner circle and move it back, and we are done. That's how quick and easy that was. Now she's making earrings out of these. So we need to figure out a clasp or something to put up here. Number of things you could do. You could draw a rectangle. You could do a lot with this, and then take the virtual segment delete key and delete this line. Now I would definitely take the Smart Fill tool, fill that in, and move that out of the way, and there's your new drawing. Now I'm going to left click, right click on no fill, and then you just need to figure out what size hole you can put in there. I might not have made the rectangle big enough. You might want to make it a little bit stronger. And there's a number of ways you could do that. Let's just play around here. We could take these two, let's select them and turn them to a curve, and then go right about to the middle and just kind of nudge that up. Right click, select them both, right click, turn them to a curve. So I could have put a circle there. But that's how I would do it. you're going to waste your time tracing this. When something is this simple, those few steps, it's probably easier and a lot quicker just to go ahead and redraw it. Anyway, I hope that helped them a little bit. Thank you for watching.